Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage unboxing video. This I was hoping to actually finish the previous unboxing video. I have actually completed the car that you guys down in the comment section voted for, liked. I have completed it, but it's to my left and it's just a bit too tacky for me to handle. So I'm going to have to leave that for another 24 hours, I think. Let it fully cure before I can handle it for the final bit of detail. So what I'm going to do, I have another unboxing, and then we can kind of, I guess, start voting for this one, and then I can start working on this one. Now, actually, this one I've had for some time. As you can see, 4th of May 2021, and so what's that? It's about 3 months ago. What I'm going to do is, I wonder if it's easy enough for me to. It should be easy enough. Let me just get a knife in here, a knife over here, a knife along there, and have a look with what we're dealing with. Now, I apologise to whoever this is for taking so very long, but let me just pull up the camera here. This is what we're working with, and you may just about see in the background there with the red light trying to cure in the background the previous car. But yeah, let's get to the note and start tackling this huge box of castings here. Just want to check there's no contact details here. No, and this is from our very good friend Mark Can. Hi mate, got some cars for you, hopefully a bit better packed this time. Actually, I do remember last time Mark sent, he's got quite the collection himself, and he sent quite a few great cars previously, but unfortunately I think some of them got bashed up in the old post, but and maybe your postman won't be so rough as before. To be honest, you may well get another small box, as I didn't get everything into this one, or I might wait for some more to come my way before sending those. Hopefully you will find some in here that you won't have come across, and I know that there are some you've done before. There are some larger scale, and the usual 1/64 scale too, with some lesser known brands such as Rhino Toy. I don't actually know that, which are unbranded Chinese, Sun Toys and MC Toys in this box, as well as Matchbox, Corgi and Dinky. Hope you like, and a couple will be ripe for a makeover. Enjoy, my friend Mark Can. Thanks very much again, Mark. I do very much appreciate it. Apologies it's taken for so long, but yeah, I think this one's going to be quite a long video. But like I mentioned, please do comment down below, and the comment with the most likes, that's what's going to be that's what's going to be kind of customized or restored. So your comment does make a difference. So I think what we'll do, we'll just moving my little drink out of the way there, we'll grab the best we can in the space that we have. So trying to look through the screen, I don't know whether some of this paint or colour here on my hand from earlier today is giving away the previous one, but anyway, we'll move on. Matchbox series number 4, and this is a stake truck. A little bit of a break here, but I'm sure that can be repaired. Here we have a Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels doesn't actually say, but of course this would be an early Corvette Stingray. Wide body, that number 76, very cool. I'm gonna have to fight to keep this one. The kind of rule generally in our house is that anything Hot Wheels, apart from the really older stuffs, my children grab. This is cool. This is a Metal Machines. It doesn't usually have the kind of name on there. I mean, this is to my knowledge, a relatively new brand, but the quality-wise is up there with Hot Wheels, and they're a little bit more, I guess, fantasy. But I don't think I've ever done one of these before, so it would be, I think, interesting to do. You know, I do all brands, of course. You know, predominantly Matchbox, but anyway, we got the number 34 Vantastic from 1975, a Lesney product. Great big engine coming out the bonnet there. Would have been based on a probably early 70s Mustang. And I believe I've done one of these. I'm not sure whether it was the one with the engine out the front or not. You can get them with or without. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 100 castings in here. Oh, look at this, look, a little AMC Pacer. This will be a Corgi Juniors AMC Pacer. I do have one of these, and I've been wanting to customise it or restore it. I think Danny done one of these a while ago now, but yeah, different set of wheels perhaps. Get that looking cool. This is one of my earlier customs, a beach buggy, 1970 Lesney. Does have the engine on the back, and it doesn't have the headlights there. Same as my one actually. My one didn't have the headlights, and I didn't even realise it come with headlights. You can just about see here and here where they would have come out and just, you know, been right out there. This one looks like it's been over painted a little bit in parents nail varnish there. Good fun. That is an early customizer in the making. This is a Husky, the Studebaker Wagoneer. Looks like something could have been or would have been or should have been in the back there. Of course, Lesney had another one of these. This is probably a rip-off from that. And in this Lesney version, you had a piece here which you could pull back. And I have restored one of these in the past, and I think it's a wonderful casting. Even in the Husky. Look at this. Look at the condition. Isn't that beautiful? That is this another Husky. Husky models made in Great Britain. Is it a Duple Vista 25 coach. The casting shows the door in a fixed open position. Plastic top. You know, the wheels are a little bit on the flimsy side, but all the window section here in really, well, the whole thing in really good condition, and that's something that should be on show. And I've not seen this one before. That's a special one to me. Now, ultimately, the cars are going to have to go off screen, I'm afraid. There's only so much room. Here we have a Matchbox Series number 64, the MG 1100. Got a little fella in there, little dog, little tow hook there. I like that. I can't even remember, have I done one of these before? The thing is, when you do hundreds of castings over the last 2.5 years, especially when I've given away or sold or done for other people, I just don't remember all of them, especially when I'm trying to knock them out every couple of days. This is a beautiful old bus. It's a Corgi, made in Great Britain. That's all it says. But display your collection in the style they deserve. By David Cooper. What is that? Timbercraft cabinet displays. the Guild of Master Craftsmen. There you go, cabinets made to order. I wonder what it is that you're supposed to display. So going up to Harrow. Wonderful old London bus. Route Master, if I believe so. Used to seeing these just in red. Aston Martin. This will be a cheaper. So this is a Corgi Aston Martin DB6. It's with the kind of black plastic window section, so no interior, no frills, but still rolls very well. Going alongside the Route Master bus there, we have a newer shape London taxi. I was in one of these just last week whilst I was visiting a couple of drinking holes in the west side of London. Grabbed one of these to catch the last train home back out to the East End of London, where I live, or just outside of East London. But yeah, wonderful London taxi. A lot of these taxis now, I've noticed, are going towards the electric persuasion, which I guess is where we're all going, like it or not. This is a Sight Hut truck, and I did restore one of these. I don't know if you remember, probably about a year ago, and it was in terrible condition, almost unrestorable. But I managed to do it, and it actually looked pretty good. Had a hut on the back. Very cool little truck. From 1969, the Matchbox Series number 18 field car. Tyre on the back, but we are missing the kind of canopy roof there. I can't remember what this is made from. I want to say it's an International. But being an American car, a defunct brand, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure it's an International. But I'm sure you guys can correct me down in the comments below. Just have a little swig here. This looks good. I like the look of this one. It's an old Mercedes. Wow, this is beautiful. So this is an older, it's a Corgi Toys Mercedes-Benz 220 SE Coupe, and this has the steering on the front there, the window section in wonderful condition, even still has, look, the little Mercedes kind of a badge there, a child, although I don't know whether that would be a child, maybe a child's father, because they're quite a decent number 7 there. A couple of racing stripes. Oh, look at that. Even with an opening boot there. That is wonderful. I kind of want to not necessarily recreate, but maybe take this as a number 7 race car to the next level. That is very nice. Very nice. That's interesting. Corgi Juniors, Whiz Wheels, Pininfarina, Alfa Romeo P33, and I would suspect that most of the window section on these are broken. Something tells me I've done one of these, but of the largest scale. I like that a lot. Oh, this is wonderful. Very nice. Husky. It's an NSU RO80 made in Great Britain. Is that an opening bonnet? Yeah. Look at that, look. Little engine there. I've not seen one of these before. Window section. Ah, that's a bummer, isn't it? A crack on the side there, but otherwise, that is a wonderful model. That's a bit of me, that one. Beautiful. In fact, I remember watching, was it Top Gear or was it the Grand Tour? Something recently where you had American cars versus like Soviet Union cars. What was the most reliable? And they just had 3 of each and raced them around until they all broke. But I like those old Skodas and Ladas and, you know, this NSU. But anyway, moving on. We have the Corgi Juniors 007 Lotus Esprit. That's a very cool car. I do have the largest scale of this with the kind of missiles coming out the back, you know, certain things that push in, push out, flip out. This is in pretty good condition. The larger scale one I have needs restoration, so that's certainly one that needs to be done. Here we have the Greyhound. I have a couple of these and the stickers are removed, so it's quite nice to see one in position. Made in England by Lesney. Matchbox Series number 66, coach. Very cool. You don't get coaches like that in England. You know, you'd have to go to the USA. I wonder if in the US they still run the Greyhounds. I think the Greyhound is like a brand, or a, you know, my guess is that they still probably run today. Anyway, alright. So this is a summer number S692, made in China. I love rolls. There you go. Wheels are terrible, but there is a certain charm about these castings, I think. Very cool. Oh, this is lovely. Usually missing the doors or having a cracked window section, and this one is, well, ultimately ripe for restoration or modification. Look at that. I've done one of these not too long ago, probably 6 months ago maybe, but I had to get a new window section. I had to get replacement doors. Yeah, that is very cool. Made in England by Lesney, Matchbox Series number 34, Volkswagen Camper. Beautiful. That must be one of their best ones. It must be. This is a Husky. I recognise this. It's a Husky Ford Camper, and we do have the door. Bit of a chrome paint missing there, but that is very cool, isn't it? You know, I think the chrome paint probably needs to come off, and that is super cool. I like that. I'll say we're probably halfway through the box. Well, this is a quality model, this one. Fiat 1500 Cabriolet by Norev. So a later, I assume, casting. Look at that, look, the detail there in the window wipers. Some of the detail there in the front. That tiny little number plate there. Little exhaust, Fiat 1500. That beautiful. That's one to go on show. That a little light damp rag over that, I think. The Matchbox Series number 50, the Kennel truck from 1968. We're missing the kind of canopy from the top there, but otherwise, window in good condition, usable. Just needs the bits in here plus the canopy to restore it. Well, this is heavy, the heaviest of the bunch by far. This is nice. That's not just a decal there, that is actually, you can feel that. And a little fellow, wow. Get him in there, it moves around. This is wonderful. It's a Dinky Toys military ambulance. 626 made in England, Meccano. Now this is a quality bit of kit. Tyres could probably do with replacing. Oh wow, just the quality of this is unbelievable. Look at them doors. Anything in there? I wonder if there should be. That deserves kind of finding or recreating. What do you do? Oh, you lift it up. Oh, okay. And then it goes down. So you lift and pull. And then no, it doesn't come undone. That is beautiful. Wow. That really is nice. Must be careful not to break anything. So this is a Citroen 23 Dinky Toys made in China. Of course, a recreation, but still a wonderful quality toy, solid. And just ready for the show cabinet. That is beautiful. I wonder if the A-pillars are broken. The number 45 BMW 3.0 CSL A-pillar broke. A-pillar broke. I have so many of these and only one is in excellent condition, almost as new, that is not broken, but they're always always broken. Obviously a design fault or in the casting, but still got the decal on the front there, the sticker. You can hear my compressor going off in the background. I should remember to turn that off in a bit. Are you going to focus? No? I'll have to look at it with my own eyes. Gaia Warrior truck. This is it's a Corgi Juniors. I would have sworn this is a Husky. I mean, this is a Husky. I wonder if I take off that sticker underneath there, it reads Husky. Interesting. But to me, that's a Husky stickered up as a Corgi Juniors. something tells me at the back of my mind that Husky did change their name to Corgi Juniors, and I think, if anything, that probably confirms it. Beautiful old Rover SD1, or the 3500, made in Great Britain, Corgi. This one being the police car. Little crack in the windscreen there, which is a shame. And I'd mentioned this before, but sometimes you lose these hatches, and certainly this one intact. But a lovely old car, and with this 3.5 litre V8 Rover V8, this was kind of our, in Britain at least, our V8 engine that we put in all sorts of cars. The Rover V8. I mean, it's nothing like what you guys in America have, but this was our little version. This is wonderful. This will be a majorette, and I have a couple of these made in France. They majorette, and this one missing the hook here, but like a tow vehicle. And I have a couple of these, and I've actually restored or customized one in the past. I really like the majorette stuff. It's one of my favourite brands. What's this, a Bugatti? Certainly Bugatti blue, isn't it? Yep, a Bugatti Type 51 Mobile Racing Classic Collection by Corgi. So this is a kind of later casting, but still has some quality there. And seeing these kind of cars, over 100 years old in person is quite something. Can you see there? Here's a Matchbox ice cream van. That's interesting. I wonder if there was a fella in there. I don't think so. But a later model, probably from the last 20 years, I would suspect. Superbike. So straight away we are missing the bike, unfortunately. This is a Matchbox Holden pickup, or as it would have been called in Australia, a ute. So that is very cool. A Corgi Morris truck. Use ferrocrete and save time. That's cool. I have a picture of, well, what is suspected to be my grandfather, and we're talking probably 70 years ago, in East London at the markets, and he is passenger to what looks like something very much similar to this, and those old cars, they really are something. Got so much character. I'm sure with their, 30-40 mile an hour top speed and breaking down every 5 minutes, I'd be sick of one, but I would love to own one day. This is a Vanguard, or by Lado, of course spelt backwards, Odell, from Lesney. Rover P4. Now this to me is a wonderful design and a realistic, usable classic car for the real car to own. I've come close a couple of times, but I've not kind of gone that full distance to actually purchase. But One day, maybe. One day. Lovely car though. That one's in perfect condition and can just be straight on show. Here we've got a lovely Caravan. I've done one of these before. The number 26, is it Berkeley or Barclay Cavalier, made in England by Lesney. We are missing just a little bit more of the kind of toe ring there, on toe. It's a lovely colour. Lovely Model A, is it? Matchbox A, yeah, Model A Ford. Very cool. One of my very first videos, I'd done a rat rod version of these, and I'd love to revisit that. Big wheels, chop the roof. I'd like to do a custom version next time. I've been promising myself for the last 2 years to do it. Just haven't yet got around to it. What's that just fell off? I assume. Oh, that probably goes on the roof there. Taxi. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's a Mercedes-Benz. I would never have thought that. Made in Portugal. So what's that brand? Don't actually know what that says. But a Portuguese brand that I've never seen before, so this is certainly new to me. But it's a wonderful casting. And one that I'm going to keep just as it is. I assume it's a bit more of a later casting, probably only within the last 10 years or so, or just simply very well looked after. Oh, what we got? Something fell off. What was that? I shall have to look for it. Anyway, well, maybe it was a tyre. We lost a couple of tyres. It's an Ertl, made in Iowa. Let's say the actual. This is a 1932 Ford Roadster Deluxe. That is a cool looking car. I think you will agree. Oh, here's a lovely one. Bedford Duple. Is it Duple? Luxury coach. Made in England by Lesney. Number 21. London to, I'm assuming that would say London to Glasgow. Beautiful colour. Bit of pit in there in the metal. But I think salvageable nonetheless with some new decals. Is this 2 cars? Ah. So here we have a couple of Ertl Thomas the Tank Engine from 2001. Got the little friendly face there. I wonder whether we have a locomotive. I'll put that just to one side. Let me just grab another swig here. A bit cold now, but never mind. Ah, this is the locomotive. Look at that. Look. There we are. Lovely little friendly face. Rusty. From the Ertl. But, unfortunately, we can't tow or pull anything because that's broken. So that would need to be fixed. This is a little one. What's this? Oh, wow. I assume this is kind of a recreation of the very first, if I'm right in saying, the very first Lesney model number 1. It does say just in there number 1, but this does say 1988, so certainly a recreation of it, but still a wonderful model nonetheless. And I did have one, but at the time I was less interested in it, perhaps a few years ago, and I moved it on. But yeah, I wish I didn't now, but never mind. This is a Welly Bentley Continental GT. Now, I don't class this as a supercar, but certainly a sports car, you know, top end. And for quite a while, these were, you know, somewhat achievable in sub £20,000, but I think the prices have started to go up. I did think to myself that maybe one day I could own one of these, but I think I'm just dreaming, really. It's okay to dream. We've got a dream, haven't we? Now this is something that is a bit more me for restoration. So Matchbox Series number 33, Lamborghini Miura, probably one of the most beautiful cars ever made. This one, of course, has a busted out windscreen. Do I have a replacement? I think possibly. We do have a busted A-pillar there and here, but that can be kind of put back into position. The wheels are junk, but you know, maybe another set can be found. So this is a super fast era, so it's not early, but probably from the late 70s. Has some pen over there. Someone wanted to paint it black. Maybe some inspiration to be taken. Yeah. These turbines, most of them are all snapped off. If you find one, they're all intact. I think you're onto a winner. But of course, this is a Rollermatics. Does it work? Yeah, still does. Yeah, still works. So Turbo Fury. Little fella there driving. Number 69. I can't remember whether I've done one of those or not. I know Danny has. I remember him doing it. A Corvette made in China. So we've got a bit of a broken on the rear there. The wheels are pretty awful. Broken on the back here. But to see this as probably something that costs so little, but a young child wouldn't have known the difference and would have still had their fun. It still makes it special to me. Right, we're coming down to the kind of last few in the box. This is a Corgi Renault 5. And I had a couple of these in really good condition, so I was never going to do anything with them. But this one is seemingly ripe for restoration or customization. If I take seemingly some parts from the other one that I have to get this one looking really good again. Got another one of those Aston Martin DB6. Oh wow, look at this. This, I believe, is a Husky. Yep, Husky, walk-through van. It's a fixed back. Look at the driver in there. I think I've got another one of these, and I believe this should have like doors that you can pull backwards and forwards. I'm not sure whether they're rubber or plastic, but they're certainly not in there, which is a real shame. But that is I've got a busted out window section on the top, but that's one for restoration, I think. But we need to get some parts for that one though. The Jaguar E-Type must be the most beautiful car, not just one of, the most beautiful car. Didn't Enzo Ferrari himself comment that the Jaguar E-Type was the most beautiful car in the world? And well, that's coming from someone, eh? I think this is a pullback. Yep. Do we have a bit of a busted out windscreen there? It's a bit of a shame, but otherwise still a wonderful casting. Now, I've done one of these a little while ago. This is the Studebaker Golden Hawk by Corgi, and the one I done was by Dinky, if I remember rightly, and it was a build-off video. Look at that. Yeah, it was a little while ago now. I can't really remember, but that is a very cool. It was with Nick. That's right, because I think Nick had the gold version of this, and I had the Dinky version. Anyway, yeah, we both restored these, and they come out very nice, if I remember rightly. I wonder what happened to Nick. I haven't heard from him for a while. Nick's Toy Garage. This is a Volvo 1800S, a Dinky. Now this is lovely, isn't it? Is the window section there intact? A little bit of a burn mark there, but I think we could probably rub that out. Wheels, tyres, bumpers, front and rear. We're missing some headlights there, but I think I can replicate those. This is a ripe one for restoration, I think. Opening boot lid there, yep. Opening bonnet even, maybe, yep. Wow, that is beautiful. A little ambulance here. Stretcher Fetcher. I think I've got quite a few of these, and the window sections are always busted, which is a real shame. I know I said I was kind of coming towards the end, but they just keep coming. I do really only have a few more left now. Jaguar Mark 10. And tiny little crack in the windscreen there and in the rear, which is a bit of a shame. Now, I have one of these in super condition, and I also have one in terrible condition. This one kind of sits somewhere in the middle, ripe for restoration, really. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think I've got three more. If you have stuck with me until now, well, I truly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. This is a Corgi Toys Whiz Wheels beach buggy. Looks like we're missing something on the back there. I was about to say a rollover bar, but of course a rollover bar is right in front of it. I wonder what should be there. We got a rear engine plus a tow. Got the windshield there in position. Does it have lights? Doesn't look like it's missing anything. And that's a cool little car. Cool little car. So this is the penultimate. Oh wow, this is a beauty. Look at that. A couple of missing parts, unfortunately, but this is an old one. A Dinky Toys Triumph Meccano, made in England. We're missing a tyre, and we are missing a headlight, which is a real shame. It's been over painted several colours. The original should be this kind of light blue, probably the same colour as the wheels, but yeah, red on the sides, green on the top, kind of pinkish on the bonnet there. But that's a wonderful little casting. If I can find something to replicate or replace that headlight, that would have to be done, wouldn't it? And then last, but I'm sure not least, wow, what do we have here? A Corgi Toys Jaguar Mark X or Mark 10 Saloon. Boom. Ah, that's a shame. Have I done one of these? Something tells me I have. Quite rough. We are busted out of the A, B, C, D. I don't actually know whether it works like that, but yeah, quite a few pillars gone there. The windshield there, we are busted out. Looks like someone has kind of maybe trodden on here. Looks a bit suspect at the front here as well. Missing a couple of headlights, quite bashed in there. Missing the tyres, of course. Looks like the original paint was this blue. I'm sure that's what colour mine was, and I repainted it in the same. You got the boot lid there. Look, something tells me I've done one of these a long time ago for Mark. I'm sure Mark will be able to comment down below. But yeah, missing all the tyres. But otherwise, hey, it's a possible, it's a maybe. But I'd have to get some parts for this if I was to ever consider it. Yeah, it looks like we've ripped off the whole front bumper section there. So would need quite maybe a bit too much for that one. But anyway, here is this massive collection. Mark, thank you so very much. But now, you guys down in the comments, what would you like to see? What would you like to see? Realistically, I'm thinking maybe the little MG, maybe the AMC Pacer. What else have we got? Maybe this old Jag, the Miura, perhaps. This Volvo, I'll be doing that one anyway at some point. Maybe a fresh paint on this Studebaker. Maybe a freshen up on the, or like a kind of hippie custom. I think that's what I've done last time. Or of course got this Mercedes here. Or even the old Dinky. Anyway, you guys decide. There's a lot of potential here. A lot of videos in the future to come. Again, another big thanks to Mark. Thank you so very much, mate. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, let's see what's going to be done. See you all soon. Cheers, guys.